So in the first video, we covered how to approach moving on the board and some of the different moves that can be done. In this video, we're going to be looking at how to make Movemate a natural part of your workday. We're going to cover when to use it, how much to use it, and a couple really easy ways to begin to integrate it seamlessly into your daily workflow. First, let's talk about how frequently to use it and how long to use it in a given session of use. The goal isn't to use Movemate all day long. It's about breaking apart periods of inactivity with sessions of movement. On average, Movemate users spend a total of roughly 1 to 3 hours a day on the board across 2 to 4 sessions. I personally use it for about 60 minutes at a time, 3 to 4 times a day, first thing in the morning, typically right before lunch and right after lunch to avoid that afternoon slump, and then closer towards the end of the day. Now, I've been using Movemate daily for 4 years, so I've really adapted to it and found my own rhythm that works with my workflow. But when you're starting out, you really want to begin with fewer and shorter sessions. The key is to listen to your body and to find what feels comfortable to you. Then you can begin to increase the amount of time you spend on the board and how frequently you get on the board throughout your workday. So start with 10 to 20 minute sessions, 2 to 3 times a day. This would already replace 5 to 15% of your inactive desk time into active desk time. Now that we've gone over how much to use it, let's go over when to use it. The good thing with Movemate is you are in control. That means that you can do any type of work with it any time of the day. If you, for example, are doing hands-on activities like typing or writing, you can immediately stop and be more subtle. But if you're doing some hands-off type activities, let's say you're thinking or you're reading, or maybe you're in a meeting, you can be a little bit more active in your motion. So you can shift between active, passive, and no movement pretty swiftly and instantly. As an example, think about writing an email. You might be moving a little bit more actively as you think about what you're typing, and then you can pause in an instant moment and you can begin to type right there. But to get you comfortable with it at first, you may want to start with hands-off activities. If you're on a phone call or a video call, or if you're reading or thinking or watching something, these can be really good activities to begin using Movemate with right away. The benefits of movement only come through actually moving more. So to help make it easy to integrate it into your workday, these are 3 really simple approaches that we found work really well for other people and also ourselves. So the first approach is an activity-based one. This is committing to using the board for specific activities. So for instance, you can choose to use the board for emails, meetings, and creative work, and then you can choose to sit for other activities. Again, you can use Movemate for any activity, but this could be an easy way to take the thinking out of when to use the board. The second approach is what we call task switching. This is basically using transitions between different work activities, kind of as a reminder to get on and off the board. For instance, while working on a spreadsheet, you might decide that you're on the Movemate. And then maybe to answer emails, you sit down to do that activity, and then you stand up again and use the board for your next meeting. The third approach is using Movemate based on the time of the day. And this is simply dedicating a certain period of the day to using the board. So for example, you can start your morning on the board to awaken your body and set the right tone for the day. And then you can get on again right after lunch to avoid that afternoon slump. And then maybe use it again at the end of the day in the last hour to give you just enough juice to end the day off strong. We'd recommend trying these different approaches to find what works best for you, and don't hesitate to mix it up and alternate between them on a given day or from day to day. And even create your own approach to match your needs. Now that you've got a good handle on how to integrate Movemate into your workday, check out our next video where we'll guide you through how to actually adapt to the board and what to expect. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you there.